Hey guys, Derek here. Got an email from John asking how he handled keeping track of production and stuff, and so instead of typing it all out with my 10 thumbs that I've got for typing, thought I'd shoot you just a little short video here and show you what we've got. I'm here in my production manager's office and kind of walk you through our whole process and how we keep track of everything. The first thing we do is with our contracts. So with every customer that we do a signed contract with them. And we put it comes in, we put it on a clipboard. Basically, we've got all of our description and items down here that we need, describing colors, how to do the work, and hardware, things like that. Money and payment on here. So the salesperson turns that in. It goes to my wife Lisa. She enters it into QuickBooks on the financial side and puts a copy in the file and sends another copy back to the production department. And the production department gets it on the clipboard. We put pertinent information on the top so we can see who the customer is. And then next to it here, we've got a list of things that need to be completed or should be completed by everybody on the list. And signed off on there whether it was done or not. We actually have a performance way of keeping track of things on the bottom here. We've got, a good job is that all the items on the list, the way the list is worded is everything's a yes, it's always a positive. And so a good job is everything on the list is a yes. A done but is, we realize that sometimes we have issues, and so that we got everything done, but we've got no more than one no per category. So it gives us a little bit of flexibility. And then unacceptable is any job that requires a follow-up trip or more than one no per group. And so we have a way of keeping track of it and holding people accountable. We try to keep track of this and go over this in meetings. We haven't done as good a job as we could on that but it gives us something to go after. So what we do is the production manager, he receives this and he goes over it and makes sure that everything is there. This one just came back, so there's nothing on it. Then go over to our computer, and we've got a program that we use called Goldmine, and he would look up the customer that we've got. And down here at the bottom, this is how we transfer files. We have a link to it, and so I'm able to design on my laptop, and when I synchronize, it gets everything onto the computer and everybody has access to it. Double click on that and that opens it up in Cabinet Vision. Part of the process is this should be, I just sold this job should be near ready for production. So my designers, they can design, I can design very well. My production manager will go through it and he'll fine tune things, top shelf cuts, make sure drawers are the right sizes, minor stuff. Spend about 5 minutes on that. And so when he goes, as he's going through stuff, is what we've come up with. We've come up with a very visual way of keeping track of things. We went down to Staples and we bought these rubber stampers, and we've got them here on the desk. And so each one of those has we have a list of what they mean. And so how that works on here is a red flag up at the top. This is just a peel and stick red tag. That means that we've got a special order outside of something ordinary. We might have an ironing board or whatever, and what we'll do is we'll put the red flag on it so we know to check that. Sometimes we'll actually write that in at the top, but that tells us we got something special order that we need to take care of. The happy face down below there is what that means is that we have either, if it's got a date on it, the job has foil doors and that those doors have been ordered on that date. The next one down, so when we come over here and we look at all of the jobs that we've got in the ready rack over here, we can look down it and know that we've ordered the foil for it. This has had foil for it. We've either ordered foil or we still put the happy face on it, even if it doesn't need foil on there. So it's a visual control. We can just look at it, don't have to look anything up, don't have to interpret anything. We know that if it's got a happy face, we don't have to worry about foil. Posted means that the job has gone through the Cabinet Vision program, and that it is actually, the code has been generated for the CNC and it has been output to the machine on there. And is what we have in the back of that. So production manager will print off plans for the jobs, and then we have sheets of code here, and my guy opens up and that's the sheet. He knows and has been trained that when he opens up a sheet, when he opens up a file, that he takes a look at what is on the page and make sure it matches the code that is generated on the machine, because sometimes files will regenerate, but we know that it's been there. So that's another control there. We check it on the machine, match it to the page on there, the sheet that he's going to do. Other things that we do, the star on there means that material has been accounted for it. So it's we either have it in stock and it's usable for this job, or we have it ordered and it's going to be delivered. So when we look at it on this job here, this one is going in here pretty quick. The foil has been ordered and should be here any day. The code has been posted to the machine and the material is all taken care of. And then is what they will do, once a week we go through and we pull all of the hardware and accessories for the job for the next week, and we put it in a tub out here. So I'll take you out here into our production facility. So he'll take that tub out, and we've got a bunch of these. This is our production area here. We've got a bunch of these Rubbermaid roughneck tubs, and we'll pull and we'll throw all the accessories, hooks, and everything that we needed in there. So that's how we keep track of everything in there, on there. The other thing that we've done now that we're out here is all of the parts that we have, all of the hardware and the screws, they've got a tag on it that has a part number, how many we need to reorder, and who we need to reorder it from. So when it runs low, all we do is we pull that off and take that in the office. So coming back in the office there, we'll finish this up. So when it comes out on the back in here, and then after we have everything ordered and we have a confirmation date, we'll come over to our calendar here. We have a 6-week rolling calendar on there. And what we'll do is, you'll notice some of these have got check marks next to it. Once again, visual code here. So on this job here, we've got it simple up here on the top. The green check mark, the code has been created for it. Blue is the material has been ordered. And the red check mark is that it's all done. Probably should be different in there, but that's just what we have. So when we look up on a job here, we know where we stand on that. Bohan's garage cabinet for $11.75. Code was ran, material was ordered, and the job was completed and ready for production. That way we just go down there and check everything. So you can see what we've got going on there. And then we try to, on our whiteboard, the red colors are jobs that we have that are follow-up items on that. And when we have a follow-up item, so on the back side of our green sheet that we've got here, the back side of our green sheet has got an installation checklist of what the customers need to do. And so you'll see here that we've got, you know, the floor protections in place, they've done the tear out, the walls are patch installed, all of those items. Outside work area is clean, the floor is vacuumed, all of that. And then we have the custom, this is the customer side, they sign off on that. We've got the amount that they need to collect, what the check number is and everything on there. And we have a little signature at the bottom there, you know, this job's completed, the homeowner's gone through it. And we actually track what time they arrive and left the shop and stuff on there. So everything is just on one page, and it goes back into the production department when we're, or back into my wife in accounting, and I'll take care of all of that. So that's pretty much all that we do. Oh, when we have follow-ups, we've got a spot over here on the board, and you can see on there, we put the name on there when it was in, and any issues with it, and what we need to do so that we can come in and say, hey, we need to take care of follow-ups on there. And then we also loan out rolling racks, and so we found that you have to keep track of those or you might not ever get them back. So there they are right there. And all of that, we keep all that track of that all right here in our production office in there. So that's how we do it. Hope this helps out.